Welcome to another episode of Mars
versus Venus.
Episode
12?
I want to say it's 13. I thought I heard you say 12 before.
No, I think it's 12.
Okay, you're probably right. So by the time this airs, I will have had my, well, I did have my bridesmaid brunch. Even better than I expected. It was, we had so much fun. Everybody came except one person, but she had a very good excuse. And we covered so much stuff that would have probably took a ton of texts and, you know, a lot of back and forth. It was just so nice. I was a little extra and I created a slideshow, PowerPoint for everybody to follow along. I put it on the TV and everything for everybody to follow along. But it was, I joked that I'm being extra, but I'm so glad I did it because then I didn't forget to cover anything. I had a lot of stuff, a lot of their questions already answered in the PowerPoint. And like I said, we covered everything. I can't even think of anything we have to like go over now because we went over everything. So, and then the food was great. It was a nice little brunch. Everybody, a couple people brought some stuff like champagne and some little appetizers to add to what I had already. And it was just a great time. It kind of felt like nobody wanted to even leave. Okay. So, you know, that's a good sign of a good party. Yeah. So we really, really enjoyed ourselves. And I will make a little video about it. I took some pictures, some videos, and we'll put a little something together to give you guys a peek at it. Yeah, but so glad I did that because I know that's not like a normal thing on the wedding list. Usually everything is about the bride, but I wanted to take a minute to thank my bridesmaids. And again, let it also be a little meeting for us to go over things and, you know, once we're all in the same room. Yep. So that's a tip because again, it's not a typical thing. It's something, I don't think it's something I made up, but it's not something I saw anything when I Googled like for ideas or anything. I didn't see anything like that. So good tip is if you want to have like a little meeting with all your bridesmaids, make it fun. And so like in my case, I made it a bridesmaid brunch and it was a great success, so much fun. And like I said, we covered so much. So that's cool. Definitely something for you to do if you're planning a wedding. Make sure you do that. And the wedding is, you know, like 6 months away. So another thing, do it early. Because like I said, I feel going forward, I feel so much better knowing what everybody is on everybody's mind. They know what's on my mind. It's one thing to have a group chat, but to have everybody there giving their opinions and talking and settling on things, deciding on things, picking dates, picking colors, that kind of thing. I'm just so happy that I did it.
Good.
Yeah. How about you? Anything?
No, nothing. Nothing yet.
I will say, I was talking, another thing. I went out with my mom yesterday and we picked the place that she's going to throw the bridal shower. So that was exciting. Yeah. She's got, it'll be a ladies only event closer to the wedding. So I won't mention the restaurant until everything's all finalized and we're more into the planning. But she's picked the place, she's picked the date, so that's pretty exciting. And her and I were talking a lot yesterday, and I was telling her I'm not stressed. I haven't reached that point, which I see a lot of the brides in my groups are stressed already. I'm not stressed, still having fun, but I am feeling a little overwhelmed. It's gotten to that stage where I don't know about you, probably not, I don't know. Where I'm gotten overwhelmed just because I know that there's still so much to do and time is just flying. Like 6 months is nothing. Yeah. And then we have a lot of other life things going on that's just added to it. It's just a lot going on. So yeah, I'm trying to not be overwhelmed, but I do feel a little overwhelmed. We have this little counter on the table that tells us how many days, and every day I look at it and I'm like, wow, that's like nothing. And I have so much to do. So yeah, so that's the point I'm at right now. Yeah. I don't know how you feel.
I don't know. Me, it's just paying for everything. Yeah. It's kind of my main focus. It's just been that. Also, like, subscribe and share.
Yes, subscribe, share, comment. Yeah. Every time we see a comment, we get excited. So please interact with us. Let us know how we're doing. Something you want us to talk about. You know.
Or share your thoughts.
Yeah.
Feedback.
Please. So jump into the questions?
Yep.
Okay. So destination weddings. I have been to one. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. Usually when I think of destination weddings, I think it's like a small little group of maybe 20 people. But this was probably like 60 to 80 people, if I remember correctly. But it was amazing. We were there for about a week. I believe the bride and groom were there longer than that to set up. When we arrived, they met us at the in the lobby with a goodie bag. And we had 2 days of just relaxing at the resort, tanning, and it was nice. It was so nice. It was different to be on a vacation when there's other people because usually it's just you and whoever you're with, but not here. There's like 50 other people walking around. That was fun. And then with a lot of it being your family, if you like your family, that was fun too. And then after the wedding, like the celebration continued. Like the next day, they had a brunch at the resort, and then you still were there for like another 2 or 3 days. So I think destination weddings are great. Personally, though,
what's the question?
The question is, what do you think about destination weddings? How do you feel about them? But I wanted to say first, that I had an opinion because I've been to one. But in my opinion, for me personally, I would not have one. As awesome as that experience was, and it's a memory that I'll have forever. It was in Cancun, Mexico, by the way. I couldn't have one because, going back to what we've talked about before, about how important it is for us to have people that we love there. I'd be too worried about people not being able to afford it and not coming. Because there were people at that particular wedding that were important to the couple that couldn't come because of that. Maybe because of that reason, or because of they just couldn't be away that long or whatever. So as beautiful as it was, and it would probably be, to me, that's like the ultimate dream wedding, to have a destination wedding. I couldn't do it because I know not everybody that I love would be able to come, and that's at the end of the day, besides marrying you, having people there that I love is what's important.
I think if the money's there, I'm all for it.
Well, actually, I heard from this couple that having the destination wedding is no more expensive than having a regular wedding, because so it's all done through the resort. Your flowers, your officiant, the music, everything is done through the resort. So it's like a package. You're not having to worry about other stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah, everything is done through them. So I don't know if cost necessary is a big thing, except for, of course, like I said, they had the brunch for us afterwards. I'm sure that was an extra cost. The rehearsal dinner, the flights. I don't know if they paid for anybody's flights or things like that. But I know what they did too. They did a group package, so we all got a group rate. And we also got to make payments on it.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. If the money's right, not just talking about just for the wedding, but if the money's right and it's not like outrageous for people to go, I'm all for it.
You would do it?
Yeah.
Really? Because you never brought that up.
Just depends on what the money was like.
That's what I'm saying. It's not any that they said it was not really that much more than having it here.
Depends on what they were trying to have.
Yeah. That's true.
How their money is.
Yeah. No, that was it. I was just wondering what you thought about destination weddings, because I see again, most of my questions are from my groups, and that is a lot of people are doing destination weddings. Some of them are having in like Greece and real fancy places. Yeah, they're having a real destination wedding. And and then I know a couple that are going to be having one later this year. That we're invited to. Okay. So, just wondering what your thoughts and what our audience thoughts are on destination. Tell us about ones that you've been to as well. I'd love to hear that. Your turn.
I don't have any questions.
You don't have any questions?
No.
All right. Well, luckily I have another one. So we've covered traditions before, but I think we touched more on like religious traditions and stuff like that. So how do you feel about traditions that totally make your wedding unique? Like where people walk in, they're like, "Oh, I've never seen that before," or just makes people look like, kind of like looking at you crazy.
Yeah, give an example.
So an example is a trend that, and maybe this is not a tradition, but it's more of in terms of making your wedding unique. A big trend I'm seeing now, and even when you walk into a bridal store, a lot of women are wearing black dresses.
Okay.
So that's one thing.
So less.
Maybe no less tradition, but more making your wedding unique.
More trends? Oh.
Trends and making your wedding unique. Yeah.
But.
Because not everything is a trend.
Okay.
Just the first one I'm bringing up is a trend.
All right.
The bride wearing black dresses, and they go all out. They even have the black veil and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on that? Some other examples I've seen is where instead of having a flower girl, like a little girl, you have the grandmothers are the flower girls. Or I've even seen flower men, where it's a man, he's dropping the flowers. Or I've seen recently where it's called a beer guy, where as he's walking down the aisle, he has the place of the flower girl. He's walking down the aisle and he's handing beers to people as going down the aisle. Or another thing I've seen is where you don't have all bridesmaids, you have a guy on your side. He's wearing pants and everything. He's not dressed as a girl or anything, but he's wearing pants. And he's a bridesmaid. Well, they have another term, a bride's groom or something like that. They have a name for it. But things like that. How do you feel about all that?
Oh, I'm cool with it. Because it's obviously it's not. Yeah, it's unique in a sense, but that's their wedding. Mm-hmm. So it might not be anything different to them.
It's different personality coming out and stuff. Yeah.
It's different to everyone else because it might not be the norm. Right. But to them, that's probably just their norm. And like the guy being on the bride side.
That might be your best friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And vice versa. Some have girls on the guy's side. Yeah. So I guess I'm asking too how you feel about
your wedding should reflect you.
You, exactly, the couple. Yeah. Because a lot of people are, a lot of the posts are because they're getting resistance from their families. Mm. Like, that's when your grandmother sees you have a guy on your side, you know. And how do you feel about that? Should you listen to family members that have, that oppose it, or just do whatever the heck you want to do?
I think we kind of had a question like that too. I feel like if you're paying for it, you gotta do whatever you want because you're paying for it.
But what if you're not?
You might have to listen a little bit because you're not paying for it. But if you're paying for it, it's your day to do whatever. It's at the end of the day, it's still your day.
Right, and I have a opinion on that. If my parents or if I had a godmother or somebody who's like, I'm gonna pay for your dress or I'm gonna give you $10,000 towards your wedding, I feel like that's a gift that I should then be able to spend however I want. I shouldn't feel like it should be a gift with what's the word I'm looking for? With an agenda or with stipulations, you know, like I'm gonna give you the $10,000, but you have to wear my wedding dress, kind of thing. I don't think then that's not a gift. Keep your gift, That's how I feel. It shouldn't be with rules.
Yeah.
And I agree 100%. The wedding should reflect you, and should be what you want because. I don't know, like in our case, we're putting so much money into it and everything, and we're so excited, and it's a day for everybody to see, our how much we love each other, and so it should be how we want it to be. And I feel sad for anybody who can't do it the way they want to do it, or who feels like they have to listen to mom and or make everybody else happy, because even when we went to see some of the vendors, I don't know what vendor it was. But they mentioned something, and they're like, because like if grandma's there and she's going to be, you don't want to scare her. Well, grandma just have to deal with it. Of course I respect, but also grandma had her day. Let me have mine.
No, that's true, because everybody in the party had their wedding, or if they didn't have a wedding, then that was just
their decision too. Yeah.
So you should be able to have yours the way you wanted to have yours, because it's your day.
Right. Yeah. I do have another question if you want to keep going, or we could save it. Up to you.
We can do it.
Okay. So another thing that I see, I've seen it at weddings, and I see it a lot in the groups. How do you feel about having memorials at a wedding? I've seen different things. I've seen a table with pictures. I've seen people walk down the aisle with pictures. I've seen people do videos with pictures. Just how do you feel? Do you feel like people that would normally have been probably front and center at the wedding and are no longer there, should they be somehow recognized at the wedding? Or is that not necessarily the place? Or like, how do you feel seeing that at a wedding?
I guess it would depend on...
Because I don't know where that started, but I see it a lot.
how it affects the mood of the day. So if it takes it away, then maybe not.
Right.
But yeah, you want to acknowledge those people, but I don't know. It just depends on you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, because like I said, I've seen different things. I guess the most common I've seen is where they have a table dedicated to that, where there's, you know, pictures of that person and maybe a little poem, you know, so you know that those people are no longer with us.
Yeah. Well, are you gonna look over at that table every night, every time
and make you sad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it depends on personally where you at in that process.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if it's somebody important, like a parent or a grandparent, not that other people aren't important, but somebody who probably would have been very important to you on that day. Am I saying that right? Because everybody's important, but, you know, they should definitely be somehow acknowledged that their presence isn't there, but is there, you know. Physically isn't there, but they are there.
Acknowledged to who though?
Just the day. Like, I wouldn't want them totally not mentioned. Like, either they be talked about on your website, or they be on your program, or they're, you know, somehow they're acknowledged. Whether you do something to remember them that day, or you wear their picture on your bouquet, something.
Does it has to be a public display?
It doesn't. No. Yeah. It could be something between the couple or just you. Like, I'm going to wear... This is not me personally, but I'm just saying somebody would wear, maybe they would have... I've seen this where they have a piece of their grandmother's dress sewn into their dress. Or they're wearing a necklace or a bracelet that belonged to their mom. You know, something like that. Or like I said, like me personally, I bought these little frames. They come with a chain and they're supposed to tie around my bouquet. And I'm going to have that with people that I, you know, lost. Yeah, stuff like that. What? You can tell I'm about to cry? Yeah, I almost didn't even ask this question, but it was there. So, because I'm just curious. I've been curious how people feel about that, because I haven't decided what I want to do beyond my bouquet, and possibly something at the ceremony that we've talked about. But beyond that, I don't know what I want to do, because, again, I want it to be a happy occasion. But I also want to recognize those people. And I haven't decided if I want that to be personal or public. So I just wanted other people's opinions, how they feel about it when they see that at a wedding, or what did they do in a wedding and how it was received, because I haven't decided that yet. So
I guess it also depends on if you are a public person like that, or if you're a private person. So
yeah, because I'm already gonna be crying that day. So, you know, how much more do I want to cry? Yeah. That's pretty much a lot what it comes down to, you know. Because I want it to be the best day ever, and yeah, but I still do want to remember them, because they would have been there, and probably, you know, yeah. So I wanted your opinion on it, and I also wanted our audience's opinion. Yeah, and what they've done, again, what they've done, or how they felt when they saw a table or whatever they saw at a wedding, and they were like, oh, that was really beautiful, or that was a little too much, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of thing. Give us some feedback on that, because that is a part of the wedding we haven't decided on yet. Yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah. That's all I got.
We didn't have anything.
Next time, next week.
Anything we got coming up? You got your tux thing?
Yeah, I get remeasured, and then I think actually I don't know what the other process is, but I guess you're gonna start fitting it up.
Nice.
So
excited?
I want to see what it looks like first.
Have you told them about your tux, that you're having a custom? They may not even know what we're talking about.
Maybe. I think I have. Oh. Yeah, I mentioned it because we mentioned the guy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Besides that, we have to order invitations, hopefully today.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's really the biggest thing, because, you know, gotta let people know where to go.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing we're working on right now is, like I said, we have a lot of life stuff coming at us right now that we're taking care of.
Yeah.
So we just got to get on that. I think that's probably the main thing on our list right now, getting that taken care of.
Well, let's do that. Let's do that after this.
Oh, okay. So the next time we'll talk, hopefully they'll be ordered.
Yeah,
because we did design them. Okay. We did design them, right? Yeah.
At least we picked the fonts.
Well, we have to pick the fonts, but the actual invitation is picked out.
Yeah.
And we already saw a sample and we love it. So we just have to order them and then just switch around the font that we want, how we want it to look. But the wording and all that's done already.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right. Well, until next time.
Like.
Subscribe.
Comment.
Share.
Please comment.
Hit the notification button so you notify when we get posts and stuff.
Yeah.
And order these invitations and adios.
Next time.